Hey guys, can you hear me now? I think that the mic is back up. Well, in case you didn't hear my announcement, hey, I am G-Man. Thanks to all you gamers out there for stopping in. And tonight we're going to be playing some Warhammer 2 Total War. I'm super excited about it because we've got a beta update that is available. This came out about a month ago, but probably a lot of you haven't played it yet because it has to be activated in your Steam library in order to play this beta. But basically, we're trying to fix the heavy cav. There was an issue with heavy cav where basically all you had to do was kind of countercharge with infantry, and heavy cav got destroyed. So that ended the campaign for factions like BETAnnia, who pretty much only use heavy cav. So yeah, we're going to be playing a BETAnnian campaign. Forgive my little pun there. It's the lowest form of humor. I know, I understand, but hopefully this beta can save BETAnnia. Hopefully it can save the lady. Let's find out. Without further ado, let's jump into the game. All right. And we've got chat active tonight, so please, guys, feel free to drop a like and follow the channel if you are enjoying some Warhammer content. We hope to have regular streams on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday every week, so feel free to drop by the channel at 7 p.m. Central Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central, and let's jump in. We're going to be playing Mortal Empires here. There is a BETAnnia faction available in Eye of the Vortex, but I believe it is just like a crusading faction. So we're going to do Mortal Empires because we want to play mainland BETAnnia. And I'm going to turn down the desktop audio just a little bit there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If there's not a good balance on the mic in the game, just let me know and we will get those levels adjusted. So,
I am the blood of Gilles.
I think we're going to play as Lewin Leoncourt, aka King Arthur, pretty much. We'll talk a little bit about the lore surrounding BETAnnia. Basically, it's all about Arthurian legend, so King Lewin is kind of like King Arthur. We've also got Albert de Bordeaux, the Fey Enchantress, aka the Lady of the Lake.
I will never
relent. But we're My blade is ready. And he's got some great additional starting units here with the Field Trebuchets, Knights of the Realm, and the Pegasus Knights, of course, are going to come in clutch. Outside of that, faction effects here with the campaign movement range of an added 10% is huge, 50% aura size for leaders. This one, though, Lewin starts out with all of the knightly vows unlocked. That is huge because you got to level up your characters, unlike the knightly vows that allow you to get the different tiers of knights for BETAnnia. So that's going to be really important for us. Plus 10 chivalry. We'll talk more about how BETAnnia faction works if you've never played them before. Tell you what, let's turn down the music just a little bit because I don't know how it sounds to you guys, but it is loud to me. There we go. Just drop those levels down a little bit. Cool. All right.
King of BETAnnia.
I'm going to play campaign difficulty on hard, battle difficulty on hard with the Chaos Invasions. At full disclosure, I've been playing Total War since I was a kid. I think I started out with Medieval Total War, like the original Medieval Total War, so I've really only missed out on the original, like, Shogun Total War. So I've got a lot of experience with these kinds of games, but I'm not a pro gamer. We're just going to enjoy some leisurely strategic play on this channel, and hopefully campaign difficulty and battle difficulty hard is going to propose a good challenge for us. But without further ado, let's get started, and I'm going to shut up for the intro video.
Does war visit fair BETAnnia this day? It is no longer enough for the dukes to sit idle. it is time for the flower of BETAnnia to unfurl and reveal its thorns.
These Pegasus Knights look awesome.
I come to his court with a wealth of knowledge that will aid this errantry war. Like the Grail, the dukedoms of BETAnnia will unite under the banner of their king. Let their enemies feel lance tip and blessed sword. Now is the age of chivalry and greatness. Now is the age of blood and battle.
Boom. I love it. Vampires, greenskins, and beastmen alike are right to run from the field when King Luin Leoncoeur, the lion-hearted, charges into the fray on top of his noble hippogriff bequeath. From their doom is surely at hand. Wearing the blessed crown of BETAnnia and wielding the legendary sword of Caron forged from the exquisite BETAnnian silverine, the recently crowned King Luin comes to smite evil from his lands with the eternal blessing of the Lady of the Lake. And I love the intro there. We are playing with a few mods on the game, like reintroducing the intros into Warhammer 2. Nothing that's going to actually affect gameplay, though. These are just cosmetic mods, in case you were wondering if things look a little bit different on there, and I can share what mods we're going to be using in the description if you guys are interested in that. Hope you all are excited about Warhammer 3. I know I am. It's coming. They haven't released the exact date yet, but it is coming early.
Greetings to you, benevolent Royak. Blessed is your rule over BETAnnia. Yet darkness spreads from abroad and threatens your kingdom. The threat is real. It must be faced. To the east, the greedy merchant princes of Marionberg conspire to consolidate their riches. Observe that much wealth flows into Marionberg, but very little emerges. Further south, in the Grey Mountains, greenskins and dwarfs vie for control of the peaks. Whoever wins may yet cause trouble for you, my lord. Beyond, the wood elves in their mysterious forest protect their homes. Whilst at the coast, the Duke of Bordello is as unpredictable as the roiling sea, and as secretive as the watery depths. Elsewhere, the unliving lords of Mousillon wage war against mortal men. The bickering dukedoms ignore the looming threat, and so it falls to you to act, my liege. Only a united BETAnnia can face these growing perils. Raise your banner, King Leoncoeur, and drive this evil from the world in the Lady's blessed name.
Alright, so, for those of you who are not familiar with how BETAnnia plays, they have vows and troths, which is pledging themselves to all that's pure and the good. The lords and ladies can have vows and troths of BETAnnia to seek out the grail and serve the lady. Chivalry, which is going to be shown in our bar up here. Chivalry is gained when you win battles. The more your chivalry grows, you'll get some positive traits. They also have the Green Knight, which is down here. The Green Knight is a hero that can be summoned and added to your armies based on your chivalry level, and he can assist. Is a very powerful hero unit. Then, if you're familiar with the lore, there is this huge difference that kind of shows off feudal serfdom, between peasants and the BETAnnian masters, who barely even acknowledge the existence of their peasants. There's some funny stories there. But basically, we're balancing like a peasant army that is also farmers that work the land with the knights. So, you know, the Bretonnians are all about that hammer and anvil style tactics in their gameplay. But if you take too many peasants and add them into your army, you won't have peasants to work the land, and so then you take
My lord,
hits to
the
your
Dukes of
bonuses there.
Bretonnia have resided under a chivalrous code for many years. Honor this tradition, build upon the great foundations of Gilles le Breton, and lead the knightly orders forward to glory.
And we got a new follower today, AlphaDog831. Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate you following. Hopefully you can keep up with the content as we go along. Feel free to stop by anytime. We're going to be streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern, so hopefully you guys can jump in that chat sometime. My lords, the Dukes of Bretonnia have resided under chivalrous code for many years. Honor this tradition. Build upon the great foundations of Gilles le Breton, and lead the knightly orders forward to glory. So we're going to get 5,000 in our treasury, and if we attain 800 in knightly chivalry, that's going to spark the errantry war, which is kind of like the that's this middle action right here. That's when we're going to be able to call on the Green Knight too. Alright, so we start from Coron, our starting position here. Let's see what we've got. We got a level 1 city, so we're going to go ahead and build that up to a village. And we've got a training field as our barracks, which is going to give us men-at-arms and spearmen. And I gotta say, the infantry for Bretonnia is really, really squishy. I mean, these guys are no good. We're going to move up here, and they've got shields now, so that's going to help up when we go to like fight the Wood Elves and other factions that use a lot of ranged. The pole arms are okay. I mean, really, you got to get to foot squires before you've got decent infantry that can hold their ground. But we're really just going to be, you know, mainly depending on our knights. That's what it's going to be about.
King Lewin
in our
Linker.
army, we've got King Lewin. Got 3 spearmen, 2. Okay, so it's a decent army
Priestess
here.
of the Lady.
So the priestess is a damsel of the heavens. That's her lore of magic. We're gonna go ahead and
I shall seek
put
great
her
relics.
in to fight with the rest of the army, and then we'll be able to decide what we're gonna put here. I think we're gonna go with the clay pit because we don't have much in the way of resources. But at the same time, we do need to get started on the stables because it's a long tier. But we're gonna get nowhere fast. That's actually gonna generate. Okay. So the fields are actually gonna generate more income. Yeah, than the clay pit. That's interesting. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we've already got the fields. It's in a different town, so it may not provide the extra benefits. It's still going to boost our economy. We're going to go ahead and do that. And I believe that those are also... No, those are just economy. Alright. So now we got to decide which way we're going to go. Because these are mostly Bretonnian factions that we want to keep good relations with so that we can confederate later on. I think that going over to Ulthuan is going to be suicide because we don't want to fight against the High Elves. So, as far as expansion goes, that really leaves us with, I think our first targets are going to be right here. Then we're going to work on confederating and maybe try to come down here and deal with Mousillon before they take out Lyonesse or even Artois. So there is an army of Marionberg that blocks our path, but mainly we're gonna have to plow
By the
through
light
these
of the
guys.
lady.
So let's see what they've got.
I'll ignore that. Lewin Leoncoeur.
can't recruit regiments, so for now, we're really not going to get much in the way of helpful units here. So I think let's just go ahead and attack.
Bretonians, attack!
And he's going to retreat. We really need to annihilate this force so that we can have a clear path onto Marionberg, because there's going to be a lot of wealth tied up in Marionberg. We've got a decisive victory. Casualties are set to be low, but let's go ahead and jump into the battle and avoid as many casualties as possible. And I want to give you guys some up-close action in this battle. Emil von Corden versus Lewin Leoncourt. Basically going to try to keep these pikemen up front. We'll probably use the Pegasi to go across, and boy, that looks great, doesn't it? You can see like the thunder off in the background there. We're not going to gamble for any more. We're just going to start the battle. But let's take a look at some of these units. At the start of the campaign, right? You've got to check out your units. These guys are just awesome. Try to zoom in there. I like that they finally fixed the heraldry, and so the guys, they match like the tunics that are on their horses too. The Pegasus Knights there are really cool. And we've got two groups of those. Here's our lowly peasants. Let's turn off the disappearing thing. I hate that. I hate it when the units disappear. Proximity fading. We'll turn that off. There they are. Okay. There we go. There's our lowly peasant archers. We've got some rather excitable pikemen here. These guys are ready to die. Oh, and we can't forget our Knights of the Realm here. These guys are sick. And finally, we've got Lewin Leoncourt. Here he is. And the Lady Magician. Alright, let's get the battle line set. So, we do have Vanguard deployment on these guys. I want to try to avoid their archers and sneak around back if we can.
Field Trebuchet! Spearmen at arms! Knights of the Realm!
Yeah, we're just gonna go with a pretty standard battle array here. And we will get started.
Orders, my lord! Honor the lady!
Dump on
Spearmen at arms! We serve! We obey! Battle!
Pegasus Knights!
I am king! Very well!
Pegasus Knights!
nice.
We serve the lady! We serve the lady!
So our Pegasus Knights in here to deal with. Pegasus Knights are going to make quick work of that cavalry, and the archers are on the run here. They are running straight into some cav. Meanwhile, our archers are doing some good work on these swordsmen. Honestly, they... Oh, that was our trebuchets. Got it. Let's redirect the trebuchets there to deal with these pike or these spearmen. Since our knights of the realm are clearing those guys up. And we have a nice counter-charge here, and
King of Bretonia!
Kill the soldiers!
right, and they are those guys.
Pegasus Knights!
Meanwhile, we're going to get our Pegasus Knights up and out of the way.
We are ready!
These Pegasus Knights are going to be clutch in battles to come.
Immediately!
Field Trebuchet! Peasant Bowman!
The lady wills it!
Yeah, this Magician can't really do much right now. She's got the Harmonic Convergence, which is okay if we get in a melee fight, but not like a huge deal.
Awaiting order!
Go ahead and chase them down with our Pegasus Knights now that the infantry has been redirected here. And I'm worried that our trebuchets
We serve our
are going to hit our allies, so I'm going to go ahead and stop them.
Post haste!
Meanwhile, the infantry can't decide if they want to attack or not. They're being very indecisive.
To glory!
Right, and they've run off. I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit more because I really want to annihilate as many as I can so we don't have to fight them behind the walls.
Ready for battle!
King Louis Leonquin!
Peasant
I'm gonna turn
Bowman!
off
We
friendly
fight
fire
for
here.
BETAnnia! The gods have abandoned us! All ranks take retreat!
I love the battle sounds there with the guys running away. It's hilarious. And I'm not sure if my cavalry's going to do a better job of cleaning up this guy. Even if I don't kill him, I'm going to have him wounded so that I'm not having to face like a fully healthy general in the battle to come. So let's speed it up. We'll have Lewin chase this guy down. There you go, Lewin. Hit him a few more times. Once more. That's good. We're not going to kill him because then we'll just get another healthy general that we have to fight. Decisive victory. All right, that's a great start for us. Only 14 losses. 513 of the enemy are down. And if you're new to Total War and you think, wow, G-Man is a fantastic strategy gamer, I'm going to ask you to curtail your expectations because that initial battle is kind of a given in all of these campaigns. They were really outmatched. They didn't have anything to deal really with my cavalry or long-range trebuchets. So, yes, that was a fantastic victory, and we hope that we're going to have a lot more like that, but for now, just keep the expectations real, guys. Keep the expectations real. Alright, and we are back with the decisive victory. We're going to go ahead, and if we replenish there, that's going to refill our Pegasus Knights entirely, so we're going to replenish.
My journey begins!
Okay, so now another decision time. Are we going to go for Grungzent and deal with the orcs, or are we going to go into Marionberg? I know the orcs are going to be a pain later on, but I think Marionberg is really going to give us the supplies that we need to be successful. So let's check
Champion
out
of the
Lewin.
lady.
We've got one skill point, so which skill tree do we want to go down? We'll be able to access all of them, with the exception of a few that's like either or locked behind a special battle. But, so if we go down, if you've not played Total War very much, then this one's going to be mainly about Lewin and his abilities. This one's going to be his army, and this one is going to be kind of faction-wide or specific to his army. I'm going to go with that one because we're going to have plus 20% campaign movement range, which is going to help us out a lot between Lewin's special ability and that. And then for the wizard, we do Cleanse Corruption. Yeah, those aren't huge, so we're going to go ahead and focus on the magic portion for her with the Harmonic Convergence, and let's move on. We may be able to take Marionberg
to glory!
first. Yeah, it's given us a valiant defeat. But I tell you what, I think that we can win this battle. And nothing ventured, nothing gained. Even if we have high casualties, we're probably going to have to build up our army a little bit before we move on to Grunzent, so I think we're good with this. Let's assign the War Banner 8 plus 8 in leadership. And let's see, what's the leadership like for these Pegasus Knights? They've got 77, which is high leadership. Meanwhile, our peasants here, not so much, but we're not going to be using our archers just a lot. She's got 60. We're going to give it to the magician there. See, if we do the auto-resolve, they're expecting us to lose 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's too many. 6 units is not enough. We've got the trebuchet, so we don't have to wait to build siege equipment. Let's go ahead and jump into this battle. If we can take Marionberg in the first turn, that's going to be huge for us down the line, because Marionberg has a port, which is going to be a big boost in income for us. And then once we confederate is the word. Once we confederate with Alberic de Bordelot, he has a special ability, unless it's changed since the last time I played, that is going to increase the income. Okay. So we've got just the straight line wall here that we're going to be going up against. And the trebuchets are in a good spot, I think.
We serve the king!
Let's back them up just a little bit. I want them to try to take out this gatehouse as soon as possible.
Pegasus
Meanwhile,
Knights!
I'm going to use the Pegasus Knights to harass the archers on the wall. And
Ready to loose!
let's keep these guys back. Maybe if we keep them back here, are they going to be hidden? Okay, he's hidden there. Yeah, see, we gotta hide all of these guys behind one tree, because that is the way Total War works.
Ready for orders!
I guess there's some underbrush there. We're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, in like, what was it, in Rome? In Rome, they would crouch down when they were hidden. It was like the visual cue. Now we just got this hidden symbol here in the menu. And I kind of liked when they crouched down. I mean, I didn't because I like staring at my units and seeing how awesome they are. But also, I liked that little visual cue, and it made a little better sense to me that they were going to be hidden. But anyways,
We are ready!
I digress. Let's... Yeah, see, I don't want these guys to get torn up by the towers, by the arrow towers. So let's get them hidden back here, too. This guy is not hidden. There we go. Put him behind the tree.
King Lewin
We're going to send Lewin right up front, and he's going to catch arrows for us. He's got this lion's shield, so I'm hoping that the towers are mainly going to shoot at Lewin. In fact, let's even back up these guys, because they're quick. And we're going to hope that everybody shoots at Lewin, because we can activate his Shield of Corona. Yeah, see, these knights, I think they're too noble. They're just too stinking noble. They will not hide like other units. Maybe it's because they're cav. I don't think that makes the difference, but nevertheless, if we hide them back here, I think they're not going to be out of range, but there may be enough of a hill here to kind of block the towers. But so we'll just keep them back there. And this lady, she can go there. Okay, Lewin's gonna be out. We're gonna pop this if he takes a lot of, if he starts taking a lot of damage from the towers. It's gonna give us that missile resistance, and he's just gonna tank a lot of that damage for us. So let's go ahead and destroy the gatehouse, because we want those cav in there as soon as possible. So they've got guys manning these 2 towers. Crazy range there on the towers, but our trebuchets are gonna make short work of this gate. That was the first volley. It's down 14%. I don't want my Pegasus Knights to get bogged down. Looks like the towers are taking the bait here. They are shooting at Lewin, and he's not taking just a lot of damage. But I think this is on recharge. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that just to try to keep his damage minimal. And take this battle nice and slow. We're at 28% there. You know, I thought about charging in the Pegasi and trying to deal with these guys on the wall, but I really don't want them to get involved with these halberdiers, because the halberdiers are going to make short work. But I think we're gonna wait. We're gonna play the patient game on this. We got a lot of ammo on our trebuchets, and we're just gonna let them do a lot of damage for us. So let's speed up the gameplay, and we'll watch this gate take some damage there. It looks like it's doing 15% every time, so we should only have about 3 more volleys. Now we're at 80, 92. This next volley should do the trick. Here they come. Oh, the gates are broken. All right.
Right to live.
Now they're not charging out, so that's fine. We're gonna drop these towers next to make sure that our approaching infantry doesn't take any damage. Then we're gonna move in the Pegasi to attack the guys on the walls while our infantry advances. What I really want to do is get our archers up here so that we can harass these halberds from the wall once we get up there. So let's try to take the towers down. We're gonna go ahead and speed up, and we're just gonna take this one step at a time. Yeah, I'm really excited. I saw that there are some differences in the sieges for the upcoming Total War 3. And sieges, I won't say that sieges have been broken. They just haven't been what I've wanted, and they've really never been what I wanted. Maybe I'm just too picky. You know, I really want that hard-fought battle that just feels like tooth and nail to gain an inch, you know, but also not a standstill. And I don't know that I have great suggestions on how to improve that. I'm looking forward to what they're doing. I think that they've incorporated some things that they did from the China series. He's taking some damage there, so we'll pop his shield ability again. And there we go. That takes care of that. We do have just a few more. We'll see if we can lob those over the wall. Maybe into the halberdiers. Okay. And now it's time for the infantry to advance.
Peasant bowmen.
We're going to get the peasants on the wall. We're going to get the cavalry up there, and let's go ahead and get these Pegasi flying in and deal with these crossbowmen before our infantry get there.
King Lewin Leoncoeur!
Death to the enemy!
They're going to redirect their fire towards my Pegasi. Are taking a bit of damage, but I think once we get in, look at that charge damage, just mowing guys down. That is awesome. Alright, our trebuchets are out of ammunition, so now it's down to everyone else. We're going to go ahead and get the cav in here and see if we can take these swordsmen, because I don't want my Pegasi to have to do all the work on the walls. In fact, they've moved some halberds up, so we're going to get these Pegasi moving out of the way. We really just wanted to deal with the archers, and I think that we've done the trick there. So we're going to get the Pegasi out of the way. They're expensive. We don't want to lose them.
Knights of BETAnnia!
We also don't want to charge our Knights of the Realm here directly into halberds. So let's get the spearmen in. And where are our archers? Okay, they're approaching the walls. Yeah, see, those halberds are gonna do. They're gonna wreck us. We're gonna try to get around and do coast around here. I think we can go around the city block, and we'll deal with these infantry that are coming back. Alright, the fight for the walls is over. They just haven't realized it yet.
BETAnnia!
Yeah, we've got to get away, get away, get away. Those halberds are chewing through my cavalry.
Post haste!
Go, 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 go. Get away from those guys. Let's get the lady in here and Lewin.
Peasant bowmen! Injured your armor? Stay in put! We are ready! Stay put! Spearmen at arms!
And even the spearmen against the halberds is not a good trade-off. Took way more damage on my knights than I wanted to there. In fact, these guys, yeah, see, they got caught up on those halberds. I didn't get them out in time. Greater losses there than I wanted.
Peasant bowmen! With all haste! At once!
I wish we could dismount.
Advance! With
Like
speed!
we have that ability in Three Kingdoms
Now!
to dismount.
Post haste!
Let's kill their leader here and do some significant damage. We're gonna augment this augmentation ability, harmonic convergence, in just a moment.
Defenders of the realm!
Alright, let's get our cav in here to surround for this round.
Pegasus Knights! At once! King Lewin Leocan!
Daughter of BETAnnia!
Harmonic convergence. Right here.
The true of hearts shall prevail!
We serve our liege!
Archers to
For the
do their
king!
jobs. Alright.
King Lewin Leocan!
Knights of the realm!
Now we're gonna try to cycle charge, and we're gonna have to be
I shall
careful here.
prevail!
Cycle charging, because we are still charging into halberds, but we're charging into their backs.
We are ready!
So as soon as we've got all of that charge damage, we're gonna cycle those units back out.
Pegasus Knights!
Hopefully before we take a lot of damage,
The
get
lion!
us set back up for that charge again.
Ready for battle!
Go.
Immediately! Spearmen at
That
arms!
really shifted the battle already.
King Lewin Leocan!
Alright guys, right
to
here,
glory!
choose the target.
Pegasus Knights!
Right here, Pegasus
At
Knights.
speed!
Mistress of the lady!
Harmonic convergence again.
Feel true
And
power!
Pegasus Knights there.
Take the ground! Swiftly! Riding out!
Alright. We've done it. No need to continue the battle on there since they have no place to go. 160 losses, 454 losses on the other side, but we've taken the city. We didn't lose a unit. More losses there on the Knights of the Realm than I wanted to see. That was my mistake, getting them caught up in the cavalry, in the halberds rather. So that error's on me. And look at these Pegasus Knights just cleaning up. Look at these boys. 143 kills on these guys. 158 kills on those guys. And we're showing full green bars here. Maybe one unit model left off here. So even though they took damage, they didn't lose any models. Which means when we return back to the campaign map, all that damage is healed. The only thing that we have to replace when we get back to the campaign map is the unit models. Alright. So, a close victory, but a victory nonetheless. And our options here are to occupy, we can sack and get a ton of money in unit replenishment, or we can raise for a little bit of money. That's going to take a huge hit to our chivalry, which, you know, is already pretty low and chivalry there, but really what I want is to occupy
King
the
Lewin
place.
Leoncoeur.
We're already going to get decent replenishment rate just from being garrisoned in the city. Now Marionberg still has Gorsel, they still have Fort Bergebris, or Bergebray, I don't know how you would pronounce that.
I am the blood of Gilles.
Alright, and Lewin has leveled up again, so let's see what we want to do. We got province, we've got recruitment, cost is lowered, a 10th share tithes from all of the farmers in the region, which, you know, we'd think you'd be 10%, but it's 4% for the 10th share. Maybe it works up, let's see. 8%, 10%. Okay, so we're going to work our way up to a 10th share. And then Devoted Goddess, which is a local one in Untamed. What I really want to get to here is Lightning Strike. That's why I'm going to try to stay true to this one for now. We've got Lionheart, Vigor Loss, and Leadership Aura Size. So let's do 10th share, or, you know, 4% share. And then for the Damsel of the Heavens, which, can we really call her a damsel? I mean, look, is it a damsel at this point? She's kind of old, kind of scary looking, so I'm not really sure we can call her a damsel. Maybe like a hag. I think a hag that's probably better, more accurate, more apt description. Alright, let's give the hag some good magic for once. Let's see what she can do. Uranus Thunderbolt is going to be cool. That's going to do armor damage, good against artillery pieces too. We've got Wind Blast, Rolling Skies. Speed and melee defense, armor. Yeah, we're gonna go with the bombastic one. So it's probably gonna be 2 turns, I'm thinking, before our army is back up to strength.
The lion.
We'll go ahead and do that one for some extra income. We don't have anything that we can do here still.
Stop pushing it.
And then we're gonna stop pushing it. We're gonna go into Grungzent. I love the orcs.
Nah.
Nah. I love it.
The lady's
Alright,
chosen.
what can we do for research? So, they've got their research broken up here. We've got economic, construction, which is going to be locked under 3,000, chivalric code, and the decrees of BETAnnia, which is going to give us very specific benefits against certain factions, which I don't think I need right at this moment. What I think I want to focus on is this right here, because that is going to unlock huge diplomatic relations, and you know, pretty much within a couple of turns of unlocking like the Heraldry of Artois, which is probably the first one that we'll get to, or maybe Lyonesse, we'll be able to confederate with those factions. And as soon as we deal with Grungzent, and we don't have that, yeah, we're probably going to take Fort Bergebris too. Or, yeah, I really don't want Marionberg coming back and claiming their prize there.
By the light of the lady.
But we've got Coron with Languille is a full province. So let's do a commandment here. We do growth, taxes, research, construction, and control. Yeah, we've got change per turn there. It's mainly due to taxes. But we can afford to take a hit there for a little while. Let's do growth. We'll see if we can get Coron into that shining city. So if you wonder why you know, this feudal system is able to build some of these great cities, really, the BETAnians didn't do all of that. In the lore, what you find out is that the BETAnians kind of moved into the lands of the west, the elves had left and went back to Ulthuan, and so then the Bretonnians move in and they take these glistening elvish cities like Rome. Greenskin and unpleasant land, your people live in fear for evil stalks fair Bretonnia. The greenskins that infest the mountains and forests harass and raid the surrounding villages with ever greater violence. Now they mass in the hills. The people fear a greater incursion. Control is decreasing across the land as a result. Hold out if you think the kingdom robust enough, even in the hope that they tire and skulk back to their hideous hideouts, or lead a force to destroy their settlements and their attacks and wipe them out for good. So that's going to be huge, because that's giving us a negative 20 control in our provinces. We already had negative 4, now we're down to negative 24. It's going to last for 20 turns, which is going to easily put us in enough. Excuse me. It's going to easily put us in enough to go into rebellion. Which could be good and it could be bad. And I know you're like thinking that that's crazy, but see, those armies when they pop up are not very strong. And so if we destroy them in the first turn or two when the army pops up, then we could gain experience and loot for our army. So I don't want to leave Marionberg undefended, because Grungzen is going to come down and try to take that. But I think we've got enough money in the bank that once the army is up, maybe I can take Fort Bergbris.
Zoggoth.
And then still control Corone. So let's go ahead and recruit a lord. Or we can recruit a prophetess. So the lord's just going to be like the standard general. He is going to add chivalry to us. The prophetess is going to add less chivalry, but we do have 3 lords of magic that we can choose from. There's Lore of Heavens, Lore of Beasts, and Lore of Life. Lore of Life is going to be good for keeping our infantry alive longer. So I think we may do that. Let's do Lore of Life. And who do we want? Do we want Alicia de Savatari? I don't know, all these French names. Or Lucia de Fort. She's got Honorable, which gives her plus 10 leadership. And I think I'm leaning towards that, because our leadership already suffers so much as
Devotee of the lady.
Devotee of the lady.
My lady calls.
So we'll add her there, and let's start building up her army. Those spearmen at arms did their own. They held their own. Let's see what the difference is between them. Let's pin this up. So the men at arms, they've got the same hit points, armor, leadership, and speed, but men at arms do have better melee attack, weapon strength, and charge bonus. See, it's not the attack that I'm too concerned about right now, because our cav will do that. And we also got to think about how many peasants, because all of these would be recruited from the peasant ranks. We're at 7 of 12 right now, which means we can only add 5 additional units without impacting our upkeep. See, right now with the peasant economy down, the farms work at full capacity, which means 100% for all peasant mob units, minus upkeep 100%, which is, you know, these are the peasant mobs. They stink. Like, they are terrible. Let's pin these guys again. They do have slightly more hit points, which I have no idea where that comes from, because they're like not even wearing armor. You know, their clothes have holes in them, let alone not even having armor. So I'm not sure where that comes from, but they have no hit points. They're extremely cheap, or better hit points, extremely cheap. These guys are like the cannon fodder of the feudal age. Like, we're just gonna send these peasant mobs out to die. The bad thing is we won't have any cavalry to then... Cavalry, I'm always going to say cavalry. I will apologize up front, I'm always going to say cavalry instead of cav. But, like, we're not going to have any cav to sweep in behind and clean up the army after we recruit the peasant mob. So I think we're going to stick with the spearmen because they're going to have that better melee defense. And we'll go archers. That's going to give us 4 out of 5. And we'll have 1 more unit that we can recruit there.
Devotee of
And
the
we
lady.
may save that for cavalry, even if it is
Warrior
just... or send back some of our cav here. We may have to drop the Knights of the Realm off. Back in Coron. So Marionberg is building up in Gorsel. Grungzent is also doing some recruiting. Everybody's building up their armies. Massive battles to come. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe. Alright.
King of BETAnnia.
So King Lewin's army is going to be almost 100% on the next level. What do we have to fight against in Fort Bergbrus? Boy, that is tough. Alright, we've got mortars. Crossbowmen. We've got 4 units of crossbowmen. 2 units of spears. 3 units of swords, including great swords, and an empire captain. That is going to be a tough battle. Honestly, a battle I don't think we can win, but they're not building up troops there. They're just building up troops in
Unworkable.
Stop pushing it.
So do we just sit in Marionberg and hope that nobody attacks us? I don't think that that's a great strategy for total war. I don't want to lose my prize in Marionberg. We took that city really fast, and look at this income, 759. We are raking in the dough from that. We would be, well under 1,000 here.
Your coming
It's
was
doubling
foretold.
our income. Nevertheless, I think we're going to have to attack Gorsel.
Who calls?
Because we cannot wait for them to just build up an army forever. We're going to try to stay within striking distance.
My blade is ready.
And we're going to hope that the orcs don't come. If they do, we've got some defenders here. But they're going to be weak. They're going to be in like a quarter HP. Alright, we'll be able to attack Gorsel on the next turn, or we can come back and try to liberate Marionberg if they're besieged. I doubt that they've got any kind of siege equipment here, so that'll give us an extra turn to come back. And with Marionberg having walls that'll keep them protected, let's go ahead and move on to the next turn.
Champion of the lady.
Alright, Grungzent didn't attack.
Unachievable.
So we've got
I
12.
see you. I serve the lady.
Before we fight that battle, let's see what we can do down here in Coron. Okay, so we can move on to the next level there. But I think what we need to do is go ahead and try to get the stables for some cav. Alright, we can do clay production. We can try to get trebuchets if we save up. We've seen how beneficial those guys can be. We've got a Grail Shrine and a Smithy, which is probably going to be required later on. Let's get the tech tree, actually. And where is that? Okay, so the Smithy actually isn't needed to unlock these Grail Knights, but the lady here is going to have to take a vow.
We have met
they are
before.
Gonna join her. So she's going to have to take well, perhaps. Has this been changed in a recent update? Because because it has been a while since I have played as BETAnnia. No, here we are, Vals. I was just looking in the wrong place. This is changed, though. This is a little bit different, because it used to be under the skill tree, and you would just unlock one skill at a time that allowed you to take on the vows. So let's see how this has changed. BETAnnian lords and ladies honor the lady through vows and troughs of BETAnnia. Pledge characters to complete noble actions to acquire each vow of BETAnnia and receive their benefits. Interesting. Okay. So the first one is the Trough of Protection. That's going to give upkeep greatly reduced for Knights Errant, Knights of the Realm, and Pegasus Knights in the Lord's army. Interesting. So that is a change. Obviously, it's been a while since I've played BETAnnia, but I'm liking this. I'm digging it. Leadership war size increased by 23 and untainted. Should the Knights of BETAnnia answer the call of battle, their preservation and empowerment shall be my duty, so they may ward away all that is foul and evil. To strike down the foes of this great land of chivalry, my obligation to the lady realized. So we can take a pledge of knowledge, which is to research 5 technologies while leading an army. That would take a while. A pledge to order, be present in the region 5 times when building completes construction. That could be better, because she's going to be sitting there. But then again, see, it says be present in a region. It doesn't necessarily have to be Corone. Because the thing is, I think we're going to get blocked by our population cap. Pledge of Chivalry, rank up 5 times after taking this pledge. And is she going to be able to do that without fighting battles? That's the question. We're going to do this, and we're going to fight the battles against...
What is your behest?
Against the invaders.
I am the blood of Gilles.
You know, once the
Seers.
discontent gets to 100 or so, and we have
King
armies
Lewin.
mobbing it.
I can't!
Alright, Gorsel it is. They have no walls, no protection. Valiant defeat is the battle result that's predicted. Wow, we've got a ton of swordsmen here. They do have a little bit of missile infantry in the Free Company and archers and crossbowmen. But I feel like this is a necessary battle. That said, the orcs didn't come down.
Cleanse our
So
land.
let's encircle and just see what they do. It's going to be 12 turns before they surrender. But only 6 turns until their supplies run out. And we can be patient.
I have seen your heart.
Patience is a virtue. It's not one I always possess. But I have been told, at least, that patience is a virtue. So... we can get population growth with the windmill, income with the weaving house. We can't get the cellar yet because there's another building that's required. The weaving house is required. But that one would give us 10% campaign movement, 20% ammunition, siege holdouts. That would be good for... maybe Marionberg, to be honest. Tap room, control. I'm not really worried about control because we're not going to clean that up until the 20 turns has passed or we kill the orcs, one or the other. And a pox shelter. For healing, it's going to give us 10% growth in casualty replenishment rate. That's what I want to see, is that growth and the casualty replenishment. And... let's see how it goes. We may have to adjust our strategy. Gorsel may decide to go ahead and attack Lewin's army. And they have. They've gotten a little bit of extra support here. But we're going to go ahead and fight it. I'm confident. in Lewin's abilities. I'm not as confident in my own, but in Lewin's, I have faith. Let's hope they last the night. Mixing metaphors now. We are massively outnumbered. Let's look at our ground here. We've got some high ground. We're playing defensive, so you know, we can try to use the terrain to our advantage here, take the high ground and get those bonuses. I think that's going to be our best move. Let's go ahead and we'll get the trebuchets up here as high as they can go. Let's keep Lumen over here and the lady over here. Their auras, their leadership auras will help to keep our troops. Yes, my lord. You hear them all saying it. Reminds me of like Stronghold, you know? Those castle buffs out there that played Stronghold. That's what that reminds me of. Yes, me lord. I love the Arthurian legend surrounding this. We'll have to take some time to discuss that. Alright, and then the cavalry is going to be on our flanks. We're not going to be able to hide the Pegasus, obviously, because they're flying. But they do have that Vanguard deployment, and we've got a lot of Vanguard territory here where we could deploy in. I'm thinking they would redirect, maybe, some of their archers and such to shoot at them.
For the lady!
So that may be worthwhile. Let's keep them over there. They're fast. They can get out of harm's way if need be. And let's start the battle and see how this is going to go.
Ready.
I definitely don't want them to get shot down, but you can see that the Free Company militia are already coming for them. I'm going to draw them away from the army a little bit more. Okay, looks like we've attracted two companies, two groups of Free Company militia, and hopefully the swordsmen aren't going to get involved. Looks like the crossbowmen are going to stick with the army. Let's draw them out a little bit more because we don't want to have to deal with these swordsmen. There's still a good bit of the army down there.
Immediately!
Let's try to separate them.
At once! What do you bid? With haste!
Okay.
Pegasus Knights! Full tilt! We obey!
And in we go. Let's dive. They see the danger now. The swordsmen are coming in to watch their backs. It's actually working great for me because we get a real charge. And boom. These guys go flying. They were running away, so we didn't get the best charge possible. We don't want to deal with the swordsmen, so let's get flying again. Oh wow. Somebody just totally sniped one of my guys there. I don't know where that came from.
Pegasus Knights!
Wow.
What do you bid? Pegasus Knights! At speed! Ready for battle! Pegasus Knights!
I'm gonna stay just on the outside.
Awaiting orders! Pegasus Knights! Battle ready! With haste!
Okay, so we're taking a lot of damage here to the Pegasus Knights, and I think that we're not dealing enough damage to really make the cycle charging worthwhile here. So we'll pull them back to the main army, wait until the main line can get engaged.
We fight for BETAnnia!
Swiftly!
Pegasus Knights! Those Knights!
Alright. May be able to pick up some crossbows there, and their infantry is already doing a lot of damage. They're shaking, they're wavering. Let's get to charge in there. I know it's a front charge, they're braced, but those guys went flying there. Like in those trades, the Beta may save the lady after all. We'll let Lewin take some damage.
I see much!
And
Battle ready!
alright, we've routed
The lady wills it!
the archers there, who are probably going to come back, but that's okay.
Moving a
We're going
base!
to use the Pegasus Knights here to make sure that these swordsmen don't get back into the battle.
King Lewin Leocoeur!
And the Lewin is dealing nicely with these infantry here. Ooh, nice blobs here. Let's get the trebuchets into that, and the archers into the oncoming infantry. We're going to swing some of our cav around there. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on those Pegasus because they've got a lot of gunpowder, a lot of missile units in the back. Let's get our infantry back, or our Knights of the Realm back up here and out of the way. Lewin's still doing good. He's taking some damage. He's getting these guys out away from the main line so that our archers can deal some damage. In fact, I'm gonna get her over here, and
With haste!
we really want to just make these guys tank up on top of. Yeah, let's look like there's some easy archers for the picking out there. So let's go ahead and get them with our Pegasi, and let's call down that Thunderbolt on this juicy blob right here. Here it comes. Nasty, nasty.
King of BETAnnia!
Got 21 kills.
King Lewin!
Just that Thunderbolt.
For the lady! Bring these disbelievers down!
Sweet. Oh, 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 oh.
Knights of the Realm!
Do not want to take that engagement. But we'll take some others, okay? Pegasi there routed some more archers. Now we'll bring them in to deal with these crossbowmen. And now that the swordsmen here are engaged, we'll get a cycle charge in on the back. As the bowmen are getting bold, they're charging down the hill, what exactly when they're not supposed to. And we'll see if we can get another shot on the swordsmen. Let's drop a Thunderbolt on top of these Free Company militia and see how they feel. They're still feeling froggy after that. Here comes the Thunderbolt. Boom! And that deals almost another 20 kills. So that's huge. Let's see if we can get the surround here. They've got the surround on our Knights of the Realm that we stopped paying attention to. Wow.
At once! Kill them all!
Let's get the...
Kill them all!
Tell them the whole put, but we definitely want them to try to take out those guys.
I am king!
Show us the foe!
Let's get these Pegasus Knights up and out of the way.
Moving a base!
Let's try to chase these guys off the field. And where's Lewin? Here he is.
Wise indeed!
Let's Drop another thunderbolt. Who's gonna take it this time? They're about to rout. They're running away. Let's drop it right there. Actually, you know what? Let's kill the leader. Lewin. Shield resistance. Boom. Just did like another 20 kills. Looks like we're pretty consistently getting 20 kills on Uranus Thunderbolt. And it's only taking 6 magic, which is pretty fantastic. I've not used that way too much. Got the Huntsman General here. Lewin is doing a bang up job on this man. Taking him down. Looks like he's about to run there. Pegasus Knights took a lot of damage.
Swiftly!
But we've got these guys on the run. Still a lot of enemy on the field, but if we can keep them running with our Pegasus Knights
Lances ready!
and with our Knights of the Realm, then we will win this battle without losing any units. And that's the important thing. We can, you know, these guys can replenish.
By the lady!
Here's another Huntsman General, so let's get in there and clean him up. He's trying to pick off some of our Knights of the Realm there with his bow. And being successful. That is a nasty bow right there. Let's see if we can take him down a few notches. We'll continue the battle just a little bit, because everyone that I kill here is somebody that I don't have to face in the next battle when we try to take the city, if we haven't taken it already.
King Lewin Leoncoeur!
There we
The
go.
lady's chosen!
Taking out that general. Hopefully we won't have to deal with him until they reset the turn, and if we can take this city before then we'll have taken Gorsel. Let's fast forward here a little bit. It's mainly just archers that we're dealing with there. Some of these smaller units that just have like a couple of men may not even survive once their unit cards get back to the campaign map. Alright, and I think that's it for this battle. It was a close victory, which I believe that the game prediction was going to be that it was going to be a close defeat, but it is a close victory. We've got 141 losses, but we've done over 1,200 kills, almost 1,300 kills to the enemy there. Those trebuchets really clean up. You know, they're just kind of sitting back in there lobbing, and you don't really pay attention to how much work those guys are doing, but they are doing a lot. Alright, we've gotten 1,300 in loot there, and Lewin has ranked up. Mainly what we need right now is that replenishment, so I'm going to offer redemption to the captives. And we'll see what the state of Gorsel is. Alright, we've got the Chivalry Code unlocked. We've killed some enemies in battle. And now let's move on. Let's do the Heraldry of Lyonesse, because I think they're going to be the more likely to confederate with us. We should have already been doing some diplomacy.
Do you know who I am? The laws of chivalry demand, I hear. All right.
Military access, trade agreement. Demanding
Yes.
100. We'll make them back 2 turns, so...
Peasants work.
Alright, not only
Honor
the second,
valiant.
accept
The lady
defensive
grants you
alliance.
safe
Let's do
passage. Impossible.
Do you know who I
Proceed.
am? The lady grants you safe passage. I will.
Okay, we got a non-aggression pact out of...
I see doubts in your heart. Noble. Dark
See
are
what
these
we get from the
times.
Fae. Nothing.
Dark, my lord.
She's locked us out. Alright. So Gorsel, they gave us
Cleanse our
quite
land.
a fight. Let's get another 10th share from those farmers. We gotta squeeze them for every buck that they're worth. And Uranan's Thunderbolt. Wow, that came in clutch. We got a lot of kills off of that. Let's see what this is going to give us an overcast and a 30% cooldown. So, sure, we'll go with that.
Bretonians, attack!
Gorsel now has just 1 infantry.
No.
And I think that
The
would be
lady!
easy. Yeah, decisive. In fact, I don't even think that we need to play that. We didn't lose any units, and Gorsel is ours. Now, I know we're going to take a hit to chivalry, and I don't know if I want to do that or not, but I really want that replenishment rate, and we could use the mullet too, but we're not
King Lewin Leoncoeur.
We need the chivalry. We need to get up into this next level, and it's already moving slow, so we'll do the chivalrous thing.
By the light of the lady.
Alright, now Marionberg is not finished off, not by any means necessary. We've still got the fort down here to fight against. They can't move out there. They're gonna keep trying. They're building up an army in Arenal, which I think is that's actually a new, relatively new city. It used to be once you took Gorsel, you had pretty much this whole little area about the size of Portugal here on the side of the Reich River and the Middle Sea.
Devotee of the lady.
We can go ahead and build up to the men-at-arms or to the rally field. I don't think that we need that yet, though, because I want to be able to build up to the next cavalry stable once we get that. So we're going to leave that sit as it is, but we are going to
What is your behest?
get a few more peasants. Let's go ahead and do the men-at-arms. Maybe we can get a surround on those guys, and we'll do... There, that's going to max us out with the 2 men-at-arms and the archer.
I am the blood of Gilles.
We got a skill point for Lewin Leoncoeur, which... Oh, okay, so we must have leveled up twice there, because... So, alright, now we've got the full 10th from the enemy.
Champion of the lady.
Oh, I guess we got another point when we took over Gorsel. Let's go ahead and give her the Warhorse. She's definitely not the strongest unit, so we want to be able to get her out of trouble, get her magic to where it needs to be in the right time, the right place.
You are a guest in my realm. You will act like it, or I will strike you down where you stand.
Let's see what they want. A peace treaty. I'm good with that. Let's do the peace treaty, because I've taken everything that I want from them for now. That's going to keep them off of my backs, and I will be able to get my army back to Marionberg and deal with these orcs that have kind of scared me, because they've disappeared, and I don't like that. I don't know where they're at. Oh, we got to storm over Marionberg. Let's enjoy the sounds of the rain.
Strength and honor, glory awaits.
That is quite a storm there. It's got like twisters and everything. I never noticed that before.
Who calls?
Alright. Almost back to Marionberg there. We can build up Gorsel.
I see much.
But what do we want? We want knights. 5,500, so really expensive there, but it's going to be worthwhile. Alright, we are coming up on halfway through the stream, so we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Stick around for the stream, though. You don't want to miss anything. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed your break. Let's see what else needs to be done here. I think that's it, so let's go ahead and end that turn. So far so good. You know, we're on a hard difficulty. I'm sure that life is going to get harder as we progress. So we've got that rebel army has popped up now in Marionberg. We've got an incursion in the wasteland, which is going to be Gorsel. Lyonesse has been destroyed. And I hate that Musalon has taken Lyonesse. Not that I care even that much about Lyonesse. I am a little concerned about Lingui, but I feel like they're probably going to move on to Artois next.
More sleep shines.
But we're going to have to deal with the Red Dukes sooner than later. I hate it most of all because we just signed the tech there that gave us like plus 100 relations with Lyonesse, where we could potentially do a confederation, and it didn't work. Now, I have seen some weird things happen in the past. I've seen where Lyonesse, under the, the ilk of the vampires, gets such bad happiness, whatever we call this, such a bad attitude, that the unrest gets so high that they rebel, and then Lyonesse the rebels retook Lyonesse, which emerged as a new faction named Lyonesse that I then confederated with. So it was quite a turn of events.
We have met
that was
before.
pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the Sanctuary. That's going to give us even more growth and replenishment rate, and then let's deal with these stinking rebels.
You seek the lady's favor?
And we
Not
will
likely.
get some money.
By the light of the
I
lady.
wish that we could steal
Ride!
those artillery pieces, but that's probably not going to happen. Alright, I'm not going to lose anybody, so we're going to fight this battle. Because no man left behind. We will fight to win. We're in it to win it, boys. We are in it to win it. Alright, here we go. Let me go ahead and move my camera here. I feel like it's a little bit in the way. Whoops. Let's make sure we grab everything here. There we go. Let's get down maybe over here. Is that a little bit better spacing wise? Yeah, I think that's better. And we'll get these support bars out of the way while the battle is going. Okay. Let's go ahead and... do we want to gamble on the magic? We've got good power reserves. 18 out of 30. Nah, we'll stick with it.
Show us the foe!
Alright, we're going to use the Pegasus Knights here to get around and deal with that artillery.
By the lady!
In the meantime, though, we need to stay spread out,
We serve our
or
lead!
they are going to chew us up.
There's a bowman! Yes, my lord! Defenders of the realm!
We'll leave Loon out there, once again, to take some
Pegasus
damage.
Knights!
We're nice and spread out here, so hopefully we can avoid damage from these mortars, because if these guys land some shots, and they're pretty pink uniforms there looking fly, but if these cannons, they land some shots, we are going to be in serious trouble. thankfully, I don't really think they can land shots on flying units, so that's just kind of a waste for them. Yeah, they're not really doing anything with that.
What do you mean? Bound by honor.
Let's see if we can lure some of them out.
Ready for battle!
And then we're just gonna try to get in here real
Take
quick.
the ground! To victory! Destroy it!
Let's try to wipe out these
For the
mortars.
lady! For the grail! For Pegasus Knights!
Your troops have uncovered hidden foes. Who knew that they were there? They were so skillfully hidden.
What do you
One tree.
Show us the
It is again.
Pegasus
It's
Knights!
obstructed my entire
At
view.
speed! Awaiting orders! Hastily!
You know, I just remembered Uranan's Thunderbolt is especially strong against artillery pieces. The way these guys are bunching up, I bet that we can do some serious damage.
Pegasus Knights! Awaiting orders!
And in there again with the Pegasus Knights. We're about to, yeah, they're about to rout. There we go, they've routed. Perfect, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Let's get the,
At once!
oh, that was weird.
Hastily!
Tactical cam, trying to take over. Does anybody actually ever use the tactical cam? Like, I'm all for a strategic zone, but this is ridiculous, you know? The battle never gets that big, I don't think.
We serve the lady!
Priestess of the lady! Come unto me!
Ready for battle!
Let's go ahead and move on.
Doing our
forward,
duty!
now that we've...
Full tint! Break
Wait,
them!
they're not dead.
Ready for
Get out of there, get out of there.
Post haste!
Thunderbolt, where are you? We need you.
Pegasus
There we go.
Knights!
Maybe they're actually dead this time, we'll see.
Battle ready!
Alright, let's fly over, let's try to keep them bunched up here.
Priestess of the lady!
Juicy, let's overcharge it. Boom.
Feel
Come on.
power!
Ah,
What do you do?
missed it.
Fields!
Like
Immediately!
7 kills there.
Pegasus Knights! Immediately!
Alright, we've got trebuchets in range though.
Pegasus Knights!
And their mortars are gonna try to do some damage.
At once!
Trebuchets are gonna jump in.
Priestess of the lady!
Take the ground!
Where's that Thunderbolt?
All shall know my power!
You're just not landing the Thunderbolts right now. You're struggling hard with
At
them.
once!
Let's get the cav up here
Immediately!
on the sides. These mortar crew, you know, you gotta give it to them. I don't know if they're brave or stupid.
At once!
They keep on trying to get back to those mortars, though. Maybe they realize it's their only hope.
Show us the foe! Ride them down!
Alright, maybe they're gone for good now. Let's try to take out the archers. Meanwhile,
Peasant bowman!
our archers are going to start
For the
doing some
lady!
work.
Anon! child of light.
Knights of the Realm! Hastily! Defenders of the Realm! Ready for battle!
Get Lewin in here to take some damage.
In the light of the lady!
Can, archers still
Staying
position. Wait for these guys to group up. Yeah, they're not really going to group well, so we're just going to go ahead and hit them with Thunderbolt as is. And get out of there, Pegasus Knights. Alright, drop the Thunderbolt. That was enough to get them moving. Got 11 kills. And we'll go ahead and chase them down there with Lewin. Pegasus Knights, get out of the way, guys.
Moving a base.
Bravery inspires me, but it is unnecessary right now. Look at these field trebuchets, you know, just doing some work. We got 80 kills already with these guys. These unbraced. Let's see how the charge goes. Yeah, they did kind of stop. I don't know if that's going to be considered a full brace, but we see a nice charge on that, which is great. That's what the beta is all about.
Sorceress!
As you say, have at
Archer's
ya.
doing some work here too. They've got about 60 kills.
Pegasus Knights.
Alright, Pegasus, get in there. Pegasi.
We serve the lady!
Let's draw these guys out a little bit more.
Bound by honor!
And then we're going to turn around and cycle charge on them.
Knights of the Wind! The Lion's Wheel!
And he's going to go ahead and round. He's going to go ahead here to deal with that general. And then we will be set.
Immediately!
Gold.
Post haste! Defender!
That's it. We've got victory, but I want to go ahead and make sure that this army doesn't come back. So let's try to take him out and speed up. Should take just a couple of hits here for Lewin to knock this guy down. Now we're gonna do the little dance. Knock him down, knock him around a few times. When he lands good hits, though, I mean, you can see he does considerable damage. And gets the kill just before the guy gets out of the way. Alright, only 15 losses in that battle. We killed 478, so I don't think that that army is going to be coming back for more. If they are gluttons for punishment, let me tell you. But I think that they're going to be done after this. Meanwhile, we gained some experience on that battle. We now have 4 chevrons on our Pegasus Knights. At least one of the Pegasus Knights, the other one's following behind with 3. Building up that experience, even in like the archers, is going to be huge. You know, our infantry didn't really do a lot in that battle, but that's okay. We're still gaining experience. We're going to go ahead and take the recruitment bonus on this.
My journey begins.
So there's our 17 guys plus back. Enemies killed in battle. And we've gained the blessing of the Lady of the Lake. So your deeds in noble and glorious battle have affected the Fae, an ancient lady who has seen it fit to bless you with her favor as reward for your heroism. You shine now with newfound radiance. Let no foe block your path. The lady as your sword and shield brook no resistance. Strike down evil in her name. And the army has gained the blessing of the Lady of the Lake.
You seek the lady's
Which,
favor.
to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what it does. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's going to be a passive ability. It's going to give us a ward save, which is constant, and 20% physical resistance. Wow. So that's really going to make our guys a lot tougher. And that's only going to stick around for as long as we kind of keep up that same level of fight. Really want to get this irrepressible spirit, because that's going to give us 30% casualty replenishment, which is huge. Until then, let's go with recruitment cost.
I am the blood of shield.
For Marie. Let's go. We'll Curse of the Midnight Wind. That way, if our infantry do get
King Lewin
in a
Leoncoeur,
battle,
I ride. King of BETAnnia.
That's gonna help. All right, we can't build any more peasants because we are maxed out.
Prophetess.
And we're probably going to have a army coming up here soon. A rebel army in this area. Hopefully Musalan stays where they are, but let's see how it goes. Thanks to everyone out there that is watching this stream, or maybe you're watching a recording of the stream later on our channel. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the channel. We're trying to build towards affiliate, so if you could leave a like and follow, maybe share the video on your social media page to attract some attention to us. Getting to affiliate's going to help us unlock some of those key features in our chat, and obviously help us to get noticed. It's free to follow, so please do follow me on Twitter and click that notification bell so that you can be up to date with all of the new content as it's released. So we've got a quest issued for Lewin Leoncoeur. We're going to need to build an armory. The Bretonnian warrior Agilulf? I don't know. I'm going to struggle here. Agilulf. Agilulf. You see if you can do better. Is well known amongst the dukedom's knightly classes. Once a great Grail knight, he successfully embarked on countless chivalrous quests to rid the world of its foulest monsters. Thousands were slain by his sword. Wow. Agilulf is a good dude. He was also famous for the glittering armor he wore, which possessed a magical sheen that would blind his enemies in combat. Okay, so maybe this is kind of like Sigvald, you know, he's got the mirror guard all around him so that he can see himself whenever he fights. This one blinds your enemies, though. Hopefully it doesn't blind yourself, you know? That would be bad. You just hold up your arm and it blinds you. I don't know how that works. Frequently giving him the upper hand, no one really knows what became of Agilulf, or how he met his end. That is such an unfortunate name. Needless to say, he failed to return to his final knightly quest and was assumed to have been killed. Neither he nor his resplendent armor were ever seen from again until today. This is an exciting day. Good night. First day for the stream, and we found Agilulf's armor. A piece of the armor bearing his heraldry is brought before King Lewin, recovered by a group of girl knights returning from a holy quest. The iconography proves beyond a doubt that the armor belonged to a member of Agilulf's household, but it does not possess the fabled radiance and is surprisingly brittle. Upon consulting the Fey Enchantress, King Lewin discovers both that it is indeed Agilulf's armor and that its sheen and durability are magically linked. Its dullness and fragility is an indication that its magical properties have long since waned, and the only way to restore Agilulf's armor is to buff and polish it until its brilliance returns, firstly by melting it down and then by reforging it. Such work is no job for a peasant smithy. Instead, this requires master craftsmen's hands. So we're going to get Armor of Brilliance if we complete the armory. That's going to give us plus 30 armor and a 10% ward save, which is pretty big. We're using Lewin a lot to tank damage in these battles, so that's gonna
We have met
be
before.
huge. Alright, well, the predictable rebel army is here, led by an annoying Night Goblin. He's got some Night Goblin Raiders. Got a couple of Cav units here, which really scares me
I have seen your heart.
for this
My
army.
magic is yours.
You know, I didn't consider, though, we've got a garrison here, and it is quite a garrison. Okay, so that should be an easy battle
I
if
see
we're in
much.
reinforcement range. Let's
Your
see.
behest?
Are we going to be, though?
Break them!
It doesn't look like it. It's going to show us a close defeat. And I tend to agree. Because I don't think that we can beat that army. So we're going to retreat from
Your
that
coming was
because
foretold.
maybe they'll come attack us, and if they do, then we'll have the reinforcements from Corona. Until then, let's go ahead and move Lewin out, and we'll try to pass off some of those cav units. I want to stay in range of Marionberg in case we need to come back.
By the light of the lady.
Still be able to get to her on the next turn. And we'll go ahead and do this since we've got nothing else that we need to build right at this moment. Alright. Let's end that turn. Starting to see some other factions. Okay, so Grungzent has come down here to attack our army while they're outside of the castle. He's got some nasty skulkers and a lot of orc boys. And I think if we can bunch up those orc boys on Lewin, let him tank the damage, the field trebuchets are going to do a lot. So we'll go ahead and give the war banner here to just one of our guys, and the armor piercing damage we'll give to Lewin so he can try to cut through. Yeah, see, there was predicting as a Pyrrhic victory, so I don't think we're going to have any trouble fighting this, but I can't afford to lose my Pegasus, or any units really for that matter, so on to another battle. The battle for Marionberg begins and ends on this field. Not really loving how hilly this is, because that's going to reduce the overall effectiveness of our trebuchets. We're going to need to keep them safe from any kind of marauding spearmen that, or cav that get past us. We're going to surround them.
We fight for BETAnnia!
My gifts are yours!
Sons of BETAnnia! Pegasus Knights!
Let's go ahead and gamble and see if we can get some more power reserves. Right, that bumped up another 7. Perfect. We want them to bunch up. We need them to bunch up, really. So these Pegasus Knights are impervious unless they jump into battle. Oh, they do have some Goblin Archers. I missed that. And more importantly, they've got Goblin Flyers there.
Cut them down!
So we're going to take them down with the Pegasus Knights before they do a lot of damage. Wow. They are just...
Knights of the realm!
Already.
Knights of BETAnnia! Ready to launch!
Alright, Alright, trebuchets, you gotta do your work on these guys.
Cleanse our land! Awaiting orders!
Daughter of BETAnnia, sweetly!
Let's drop your in and stun you over here. We should do a lot of damage because they are bunched up. Nice. We got 20, almost 20 kills on that. We're gonna have to back up. Get our Pegasus Knights to come back in here and hold these Goblin Archers.
Spearmen at arms! We are ready!
Let's move up the pikemen because they are really doing a lot of damage to Lewin, more than what I'm comfortable with.
Nocturne ready! Persian bowman!
Field trebuchet!
Need these trebuchets to really do some work.
Kill them all!
Lewin is about to go down here, so we're gonna have to get him out.
With all
quick.
haste! At speed! Spearmen at arms!
Might of the
Thunderbolt right here.
King
Come on,
Llewellyn
Lewin, push
Leocar!
through.
Battle
We
ready!
need to get the Pegasus Knights out here.
Haste! Now!
I think he's
At
gonna be able
once!
to push out.
King Llewellyn Leocar! For the lady! Champion of the lady! Quickly!
They're starting to get a little bit of a surround on us, so let's go ahead and
Await
push
the
up.
orders! Trample
With the
them!
Cav. And Lewin is routing, but he's alive. Let's get these Pegasus Knights
Hastily!
back
Close
out.
haste! Take them down! At once!
Aye!
Attack!
Honor the lady!
I am
Alright, Lewin is
king!
back. Let's drop another Thunderbolt right on these nasty skulkers.
I call thee forth!
Get Lewin back here, if nothing else, just
Moving
to
a base! Fields trebuchet!
provide his aura leadership.
At speed!
Post
To get
haste!
her out of here because we don't really want her fighting.
Spearman at arms!
Guys are already doing a decent job.
Swiftly! Charge!
Smite them!
Cut them down! Pegasus Knights!
With another Thunderbolt, we're gonna drop it right there.
My
Nasty
lady,
blob.
grant me your sight!
And that kick was already almost 100 kills. Clinches the victory. And we're not gonna spend too much time here chasing him down. Probably get a few kills there. Go. So it's a close victory. We didn't lose any units as a whole, but Lewin really took on a lot of damage there. He gets a lot of kills. He frees up the trebuchets to really focus in on those blobs. So he did his job. I should have pulled him out a little bit sooner because I could have kept him from routing. You know, he was honestly very close to dying in the middle, or being wounded, I should say. He's a legendary lord, so he's going to be wounded and then return back to the campaign map. But in the meantime, that could really throw a hindrance on us because he has the knightly vows that allow him to keep these Knights of the Realm. Which reminds me, because I was going to try to put the Knights of the Realm in with her army. I'm not going to be able to do that, really.
Devotee of the lady.
Do any of these increase the reinforcement range?
I'd rather eat a squeak!
I have seen your heart.
You seek the lady's favor.
Which is unfortunate. Alright, well, let's do the last one for Uranen's Thunderbolt. It's going to decrease the Winds of Magic costs there. And Heraldry of Leoness comes in. Way too late. Let's go Heraldry of Artois. And get Lewin out here to help us win this battle. Let's get him into reinforcement
for the lady.
I don't think we can afford to move these guys over to
Seers.
Lucia because she doesn't have the vow.
By the lady.
Knight's vow. So close victory. And we will go ahead and fight this battle and see how it goes. I honestly didn't expect the rebel army to come in with this much experience. They're all rank 4, which is unfortunate. Well, we've got a nice hillside here to fight on, but our army is going to be coming in from that direction. So I'm afraid they might be too late. And if our armies are caught separated, they're going to be probably dead. So as enthusiastic as these men are to die, and with Couronne being like right there, come on guys, knights need to get off of their haunches and run a little further out. I think we're gonna have to I really want to fight on this hill to where we've got a good advantage, but we're gonna have to meet up with our army and
Priestess of the lady.
Go away, windows.
Sorceress!
Meet up with the army, and that means we're gonna have to put them out here on this hill, which really isn't gonna help us. Maybe if we go a little forward, we'll have a bit of a hill to fight on. Alright, let's take a look at her ability. She's got Awakening of the Wood, so that's going to cause minor damages, weak against armor. It's mainly going to slow them down. It's an explosion, but it's not going to. We're not going to get a lot of kills. We're probably mainly going to use Earthblood in this battle because it's going to restore hit points, not going to restore unit models. Fortunately, there will be no resurrecting.
Priestess of the lady.
But she may be able to really boost Lewin here. Let's go ahead and cast that just like as soon as we can.
Pegasus Knights!
Alright, knights, everybody, get up there. Trebuchets. Y'all are probably gonna need to be like here. Let's leave somebody back there to protect them.
Spearman at arms!
Spearmen on our flanks.
Quickly, lads!
Cav up here.
We serve the lady!
And we will. We've got Goblin Wolf Riders. We're gonna slow it down to slow-mo here. Grab our archers. Make sure that they are off of skirmish mode because I want them to stay right behind that line.
I see much. At speed.
On to glory!
Light bullet Lewin again. He's gonna jump up another
This is my
300.
realm!
these guys charging into braced spearmen at arms, and it didn't work out well for them. Yeah, see, they're trying to pick up some artillery, yeah, some missile kills here. It's not working out. I don't like the way that they fare against those Knights of the Realm either. Just gonna let the infantry do some work here. Our cavalry has been really busy.
We serve!
Want to make sure that those wolf riders do not get that chance to get around us.
Fighters!
Let's go ahead and advance with this main line and see if we can catch them off balance.
Protect BETAnnia!
We are ready! These guys need to deal with the Orc Savage boys.
Quickly now!
Let's keep on healing up.
King Lewin Leoturn!
Get him in that fight. We got a juicy block here, so we're gonna drop Rain's Thunderbolt.
My lady, grant me your sight!
Men of BETAnnia!
And use the trebuchets out there.
At speed!
This will go ahead. No, I'm not gonna waste
Quickly!
that. I need
Quickly!
them for other things.
Pegasus Knights!
No, we don't want to chase these guys off the map. Let's get back here. Knights of the Realm. Okay, good. Let's divide them.
Fiends!
Send Lewin in to try to kill this Night Goblin War Boss.
Priestess of the Lady!
My gifts are yours!
Rain's Thunderbolt again, I think. Yeah, let's use it on these Night Goblins. These guys are
Come
tearing
to me!
Lewin into
The lion! BETAnnians, attack! Quick now!
I'm gonna try to get some of these
Quick
infantry
now!
out of the way, actually,
Cleanse our lands!
so that Lewin
For the
can
lady!
be one with this War Boss.
My
And I know he's
gifts
gonna take a
are
few,
yours!
especially since we're getting
By the lady!
try to
Get
get us around
down!
there. Let's charge down the hill into these Night Goblins and just
Person
wreck
Bowman!
them.
Man at arms!
Alright, Men-at-Arms are coming back
Peasant
here.
Bowman!
Looks like Lewin has dealt with the War Boss.
For the lady!
Let's
Swiftly!
get him back
The
into
lady
the
protects
fray over
me!
here. And I believe we've got them on the run. That's a victory. It's a pretty clean sweep. I'm liking it. I wish that we could have done that with just Lucia, but the important thing is that she led the battle, which means she's going to get the bulk of the experience points. And maybe eventually we can add some experience to these novice peasants. You know, talking about old Total War games, you know what I miss? In Medieval 2, you could get an armory and do upgrades on your troops, and it changed the unit models in the battle. They actually had like 2 or 3 different unit models for every unit in the game, and some of the upper tier unit models were really cool and like changed a lot, and I miss that in some of the more modern games where, you know, you get a little emblem and that's it. Alright, so do we want the treasury or the leadership? I don't think we need the leadership. Let's do the treasury, even though it's going to drop some of our chivalry. And bye-bye go the orcs.
My steps are guided.
They're not dead yet, but very weak.
We have met before.
Let's see.
I am the blood of Gilles,
Let's see how it goes if we just
the
add...
lady's chosen.
Nah, it's not going to work. I was going to say, let's just add the trebuchets. That's still
spellcaster.
Go ahead and rank up. By the way, the healing that happens for the character on the battlefield carries over into the campaign, which is pretty neat, because you can just, keep on fighting battles with these guys and keep on healing them up. And, Lewin was really low starting that battle. We restored most of his health there. Ladies Champion is going to restore 4 hit points per second, which is awesome. I wish that applied to the army and not just to himself, but for now we're going to do Irrepressible Spirit because we want that 30% casualty replenishment, right?
You seek counsel?
And let's
Devotee of
see
the
if we
lady.
can finish them off with Lucia and her force of peasants. It says a valiant defeat, but we have fought valiant defeats before and come out victorious. Let's see if we can do that this time. They're already reeling from the damage that we dealt to them before. They don't have a general unit, which is going to be to our advantage. I really wish we could have killed the spider. Oh, okay. Did I do that? Something, I heard a crumbling here. Sorry guys, I guess I stepped on the building. I've been trying to shed some pounds, but I destroyed it. Alright, we've got a nice hill, but they're not going to come to us. We're probably going to have to charge up the other side, which is pretty annoying. Let's come at them from this angle, actually.
We fight for BETAnnia! Ready for orders!
Pikes on either side, and arms there, and start deployment. Start battle. Okay, so they are moving out, which is what I was hoping for.
Bowman!
Being the orcs, of course, they cannot be satisfied with sitting still. So
Run, men! Men at
that's
arms!
really what I wanted, because I wanted to be able to fight on the battlefield. In fact,
Run, men!
since
Tis
we're
done!
picking our spot, let's
Quick
pick
now!
the best.
Leg it! We fight for BETAnnia! Quickly,
The best
lads!
spot over here.
Aye!
With haste!
Spearmen at arms! Yes, my lord! Run, man! We fight for BETAnnia! Peasant woman! To war!
Guys, just go where I tell you to.
We serve! Orders, my lord!
Yeah, those spiders are gonna be so annoying.
We fight for BETAnnia!
Let's actually try to kill them with the archers.
In her service! I call thee forth!
I'm gonna try to slow them down.
Shift it! Spearmen at
Let's get some
arms!
counter-charge
In the
damage
light of the
here.
lady!
We serve our elite! Peasant woman! Haversham!
Anon!
Let's see what the lady here can do. Let's see what fighting she can do. She looks like a giant compared to these guns.
Priestess of the lady!
Maybe using the heal ability on her.
Ready for battle!
It's not exactly
Fight,
the
lads! It's the only way!
tank that Lewin is, but goblins. Yeah. This doesn't
My
do
power
much,
comes!
but need every little bit that we can.
Spearmen at arms! Armed and ready! Peasant
Let's go ahead
woman!
and redirect the archers.
Get away! As you say!
Get away!
For the lady!
5 seconds down there. These guys in. No, don't withdraw. Look, they're practically dead. These guys, kill these guys. There is just a few. Come on.
Quick, march!
BETAnnia needs me.
Lady's blessing is not lost. Get back here.
Peasant bowmen! Kill them all!
I hate the leadership. of these
Get out of
guys.
here! For the lady!
I serve the lady. Wipe them out.
Save yourself, lady.
Peasant bowmen! Serve and obey!
Men of BETAnnia!
Keep fighting, guys. That's right. Come back. Haven't
God help
lost this
us.
battle yet. Keep fighting.
Die, fiends!
Slay them. For my lady.
Withdraw! Withdraw!
Run out of healing. Which
Peasant
is
bowmen!
especially bad here.
My gifts are yours.
No way to increase that either.
I serve the lady.
They've still got some infantry, so I'm afraid
God help us!
this battle is over.
Peasant bowmen! Armed and ready!
In the light of the lady.
But, you know, we're gonna keep
Men at
fighting
arms!
By the lady.
and see if we can magically pull this off.
Run them through! Men at arms! Clear out!
Kill them. We have met before.
I thought she was gonna die there. She got down to
Quickly!
200, and she is retreating.
Spearmen at arms! Have at 'em!
But he may just pull this off if she would, if her leadership could get back up here and turn around.
Withdraw!
Then we
I
can
see
use her
much.
magic on herself. It's gonna increase her hit points and maybe give us enough to finish off these last few characters. Come on.
We serve our liege! God help us!
Destroy them.
Alright, kill the orc boys, lady. Get it.
We must fight the
There's 4 of them left. She takes a swing and a miss. Still 4 left. Now the goblins are getting in on her. She's down to 200 hit points.
Spearmen at arms!
Not gonna get another heal. Not in time. Okay, she's running.
Men at arms!
Oh, was that nasty skulkers, or are they just outside of her? Okay, no, they're just outside of her field of view.
Withdraw!
And somehow we win that battle. Pyrrhic victory, but not really, because they're destroyed. Alright. She gets 68 kills, and we don't lose any units. That should be it for the Greenskin Incursion. They should be dead now. Yeah, the Pyrrhic victory does it. We'll go ahead and we won't lose any more chivalry.
I see, my path. What is your behest?
Ah, that was amazing. Go ahead
Fortune
and force
favors
march
you.
back to Corone. And
Devotee
boost
of
our
the lady.
replenishment rate there. That was clutch. Okay, so we're gonna do the Earthblood because that one's gonna now give us 672 with the extended duration,
King Lewin Leontel.
so that the lady can tank way more now. And I think it's officially time to deal with these orcs. You know, they hit us in...
By the light of the lady.
now we're gonna hit them back. And we'll go ahead and build up Gorsel there. Marionberg is set to have another rebellion, but our stronger army to deal with it. Lewin is there to deal with it, so, or will be, as we send him back to Marionberg. That was random. Somebody in the background apparently gets plowed over. Alright, on his travels by happenstance, a knight has stumbled upon a statue of the lady forged of solid gold. Many in the court suggest we bring it back to the city as a monument, but locals near the forest say it protects from dark forces. What shall we do? If we take it, we'll increase melee strength and melee weapon strength and melee attack for all armies. If we leave it, then we'll get leadership and defense bonuses. I'm gonna say take it, because we're knights and they're peasants and we can do what we want. That's the moral of the story.
Unachievable.
I am the blood
I'd really
of
like to
Zeal.
be able to hit him on this
I shall do what I can.
level, but
You seek the
this,
lady's
turn,
favor.
rather. That's
I
not
have
going to
seen
happen.
your
though.
heart. The lady
Go ahead
will
and take
fit.
her out of that stance. We're still capped at
Your
14,
behest?
so unfortunately, we cannot add to that army. Yeah, I really don't want... Okay, so they're pillaging. They're not adding to their army. There goes the guy again getting hit by a truck. So, with the... Ooh. Alright, a stranger comes, and he's from the mist-shrouded land of Albion. He approaches with a request. He's of sinister aspect, but assures you that his intentions are good. Yeah, I mean, that looks really appealing, but the Chaos Corruption is not worth it. We're gonna refuse that creature.
You seek counsel?
Refuse the
I
creature.
will see it done.
And somehow,
Chance.
they were raiding and adding to their army at the same time, which is...
My blade is ready.
Unachievable.
Now he's got 14. And we are sitting at 13. We can't add any units this round. Hey, you know, I just realized that for her, we won 2 battles. So has that gotten us... Yes, that has gotten us closer to our vow with the Trough of Protection. So, what happens when she gets all of these? Is there, you know, is there like some kind of special event, or is it just... So that one allows for questing knights, that one allows for Grail knights. Okay. I got you.
Champion of the lady.
I wonder what he has. Does he have vows? He does, and they are already unlocked, so they're different. So the men take vows for the Lady of the Lake, and... Wow, it's got some really good stuff. No wonder Lewin's army is so powerful. Well, we're gonna need all of that power right now because we're going up against the rebels once again. It's gonna be a Pyrrhic victory. We can't afford to lose all those guys, so let's hope we can do a little bit better. same strategy as before. We'll have to use the Pegasus Knights to slip past and deal with those mortars. They've got a lot of missile units, so that worries me for the Pegasus Knights. We got a nice open field here, though, so we should be able to do some maneuvers. Let's do the same thing here and
Pegasus Knights!
try to spread their army out.
Spearmen at arms! We fight for BETAnnia! Orders?
We're going to spread these guys out as far as we can,
Bowman ready!
so that if those mortars do drop,
Battle ready!
they're not gonna find clumps of
King
juicy
Luen
clumps.
Leoncoeur! King of BETAnnia!
Alright, let's get the King of BETAnnia up here.
Spearmen at arms!
King Luen Leoncoeur!
Pegasus Knights!
Heroes of BETAnnia!
Heroes of BETAnnia!
Pegasus Knights! Hastily!
Alright.
Fail Trebuchet!
Trebuchet, focus in on the clumps.
To victory!
And
Haste! At once!
get our Pegasi in here to deal with these mortars. Oh, God. Lots of
Forthwith!
infantry here. Let's see if we can drop Uranus Thunderbolt on these guys. Alright, we've got
Hastily! Take the ground!
we've got them routed there. So that's gonna be good for now. Let's get these guys backed up and out of range. And try to get our archers to take care.
Stay in put!
Oh, perfect. Okay, they're routing too. So that's fine. You're
Quick
just gonna stay
now!
where you're at. Luen is still tanking some damage, so let's drop Uranus Thunderbolt once again.
All shall know
And
my
let's
power!
get these trebuchets in here to clear these nasty moves.
I serve the lady!
The lady's taking some damage here, so we're gonna have to back up.
Knights of the Wind!
And let's try to get the knights around now that the infantry is clumped up
I
on
am
Luen.
king! Glory to BETAnnia!
These spearmen just hanging out,
BETAnnia!
hoping that the knights, or the Pegasus Knights, are gonna try to get involved
Moving
in the
a
fight.
base!
And the
You
Pegasus Knights are like,
require
no,
magic!
Knights of the Wind! Trample them!
we're not gonna take that trade.
What do you mean?
Not gonna chase those pistoliers all the way
Slay
down.
them!
Apace! Post haste!
Ready for battle!
Ride to glory! Smite them!
Knights of the Realm!
And
Noble
we've
Knights!
pretty much wrapped this up. We've got
Moving a
the
base!
main line of the infantry is on the run. I think I can
Fail
go ahead.
Trebuchet!
You know, let's get
Men
the
of BETAnnia!
trebuchet to maybe take out some of those horses.
Write them down!
For Our Lady! Break them!
Bound by honor!
Luen here is doing his specialty, taking out the general.
In the light of the lady!
And that does the trick. Let's see if we can get out ahead of this with the Thunderbolt. Let's see if that's going to work.
The true heart shall prevail!
Is it going to be right? Here it is!
Champion of the lady!
Perfect. And the lady comes off with 63 kills. Actually, more than Luen. think that is probably everyone that we're gonna get. Let's drag the cavalry over here to try to take care of these guys out here to... Nah, you're not gonna get these spears. They're gonna run. But we may be able to deal with some of these spears here with shields. Alright, and that's the end of that battle. Wrapped it up. 14 losses to 683. I'd say that's worthwhile. And we rank up some more on... so see, if you can get on top of those rebel forces pretty quick, then you can rank up. I mean, these Knights of the Realm here, they got 158 kills, 169 on the Trebuchet, 50 on the Pegasus Knights, 43. So we're really gaining some ranks, and that is going to help us out in these later battles when we're not fighting rebels. Meanwhile, you know, we're replenishing.
Glory awaits.
He's going to run off there and probably die.
I am the blood of Gilles.
Go back to Fort Birch
Champion of the
try
lady.
to push it there with the army still building back. Let's do evasion so that we can unlock like chain lightning is going to be really good, and maybe even Comet of Cassador, which is kind of a bigger version of the Uranus Thunderbolt.
Devotee of the lady.
On to the next. I'm seeing these Northmen starting to come down, and I don't like the looks of that. I would almost like to see if we can sign a peace treaty with some of these guys. Probably a stretch, but we'll see. Your nobles stumbled upon lush fields filled with game and beautiful hunting ground. The local peasants say it's farmland. Ha! Leave it to these peasants. Scum. Ah, they're so annoying, but the nobles want to hunt. If we let them hunt, we're going to gain increased cavalry rank, but the recruitment cost is going to be higher. Or we can get charge bonus. Yeah, I don't like the idea of upkeep. We may not even get any more knights, but let those boys do some hunting.
I see much.
How else are you supposed to hone in your skills? Alright, we can build up Coron again, which is great.
Strength and honor.
Ruin has leveled up once more. Sweet, so we've unlocked the Royal Pegasus for him, which is excellent. He's got some good abilities up here, but I can't resist staying in this tree here, because we'll have lightning strike. Yeah, and we may need that for the upcoming battles against the orcs.
Prophetess.
Meanwhile, this guy is raiding and probably dying because he's not even in my territories. I don't care if he raids over there. Just stay off my land, man.
Warrior King.
Let's come over here. I want to get that replenishment still from Marie, and we're going to end another turn. Ah, and I forgot. I wanted to try to sign some kind of peace agreement with these northerner invaders. These Vikings coming down. The noble knights and aristocrats who keep the realm at peace deserve tokens of our thanks, but how best to reward them? Armor and weapons, industrial service. Income from raiding will increase 100%. Peasant service, casualty replenishment for all armies by 15%. I plan to do some raiding, so let's do that. Ah, Heraldry of Artois. So the forested realm of Artois has notable significance in Bretonnia's history. It was the location of the first gathering of the companions. The 14 newly united dukedoms were first legitimized, emblazoned on the heraldry of Artois as the head of the monstrous boar, or Thanach, symbol of Lord Fulgar, the first Duke of Artois. A renowned hunter and lancer, Fulgar's skills made him an invaluable companion knight who fought in several great battles along Gilles-le-Breton. Thanach's image is a reminder of the inaugural Feast of Companions, for which Fulgar hunted down and slew the dangerous beast. So, we can demand fealty, which is going to lower our chivalry, but we will get a confederation with Artois. Or we can spend money and get confederation with Artois. Let's bribe, appease the lords. And see, that's what I was afraid of. Because the AI cheats. That's just the way that the game is made. The AI does cheat, and they get more armies for less recruitment costs than what we would. So we're gonna have to lower some of that, but...
My reputation precedes me.
Yeah, and look at this. This is insane.
My reputation precedes me.
Ton of peasants, so... Let's try... We're gonna disband all of them.
Lord of BETAnnia.
Is there a third army? Goodness, basically we don't need this army, at all for now. That's gonna be 15.
Protector of the realm, Lord and hero.
And we're still way beyond what we
need. Do you know who I am?
Try to pare down some of these guys.
Lord of BETAnnia.
We still need 5. So we're gonna have to still lose 5.
Your behest?
Disband
Your coming
them.
was foretold.
Disband them. And them.
Blessings of the lady be
Down
upon
to
you.
19.
My strength
18.
and wisdom
okay,
are
so
yours.
that gets us back into the peasant's economy. And that also fixed the predicted income. So we had to get rid of those
Honor
armies.
before glory,
Lord.
But we needed to do that for the income's sake. Okay, Marionberg is under siege. I believe. Yeah, Marionberg's under siege. So let's
you seek the lady's
get
favor.
down there and finish off this army. Gonna auto-resolve this one because I don't think we're gonna lose anybody. And we get the replenishment there. Go ahead.
On
stick
for
out
the lady.
another turn in Marionberg. Before we jump up
By
and
the
do
light
these
of the ladies.
Don't have enough for the unicorn yet. That gets to rank 10. She's at rank 9, but we can do the Comet of Casadora or Chain Lightning. Or Magical Reserves. Let's do Chain Lightning and then we'll do Magical Reserves next. For her.
What is your behest? Sorceress.
Meanwhile,
Protector of the welcome,
check
friends.
out our
Let's
diplomacy.
hope we can come to an. I accept.
Okay, non-aggression pact
Honor
there.
before welcome
Bordeaux
to fair
is
BETAnnia.
liking us a little more. Let's do
If
military
needs must.
access. Trade agreement.
You
Yes. No. Maybe so.
Dark are these. Those seeking my counsel usually kneel.
Carcassonne, not
No
the board game.
evildoer may receive the blessings of the lady.
I've never actually played the board game. Has anybody played that before? If so, let me know. If
I have
Carcassonne
seen
is
your
any fun.
heart.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're probably not a board game person. That's okay. So we can go for heraldry of Baston or Paravon next. So Baston would be kind of the next one on our list. Paravon, I don't think we've met them yet. They're down here, kind of bordering the Forest of the Elves, which, you know, is a dangerous place to be. So I'm thinking Gaston would be the next one to go for. Let's go ahead and do the Heraldry of Gaston. And we have a decree.
Yes?
Should we go for growth? Let's go for growth, since we're still dealing with the orcs.
Spawn of Musilon, Bequi will feast on your entrails for even daring to be in my presence.
Yeah. He's declared war on us. Which is not what we need. We've got Grungzent pretty much surrounded here. And
What trickery! You dare seek my audience? The Dark Ones have surely fated this kill. No!
of course not. No, he said.
The lady's chosen.
So he's got 9. I know in the open battle we could take them, but then we add, you know, another 10 or 12. And let's just go to, like, just the
I
border.
am the blood of Gilles.
And we'll go into the raiding stance, which is, yeah, that is going to impact our chivalry.
I shall do what I
But
can.
we'll see if we can get him to... Oh, that's ambush. We want raiding.
I will see it done.
We'll see if we can draw him out. Meanwhile, okay, we've heard Chulingi.
We have met before.
This just looks like too easy of a target without an army, and
I see.
I'm afraid that these guys, as much as I like Vikings, they don't like Northmen coming down here and these chaos worshippers attacking my innocent townspeople. I mean, peasants may be dumb, but we gotta protect them. That's the oath. He's out of that full speed stance and he's sitting right there at Lingi, but he hasn't attacked yet. Which makes me really nervous.
I will not.
I hate that. Because if he attacks, like, we're done. Yeah, we're not gonna hold
You
that.
honor
This is
me.
intimidation. You know, we got some good troops in Lingi with the foot squires, but no cav, no artillery. No support nearby. If we would do a force march from these guys, that, you know, good old Chile here is not gonna pull it off. Right, well, they're not taking the bait, and we don't have time to sit around.
Champion of the lady, a king
let's go ahead and
stands with you.
Attack Grungzent. Pyrrhic Victory, Course Lightning Strike isn't gonna do anything. We're gonna
The
encircle.
lady wills it!
See if they attack us. If so, maybe Lightning Strike will work then. And we missed building something in Gorsel there. I'll have to go back and catch that. So there's the attack. You know, surprisingly, they've got it listed as a valiant defeat. And I saw, like, the Skin Wolves and the Ice Chariots. These Northmen are scary guys. But he does have just a lot of more regular units. Well, it's nothing doing. We're gonna have to fight this battle anyway, and maybe we can turn it from a Pyrrhic victory on theirs to or a close defeat to a Pyrrhic victory at least, and hold off these World Walkers. think this is the biggest Bretonnian army I've had so far. Let's take a look at the troops real quick. So these guys do have shields, which is good because they've got a lot of javelin guys. And then here are our foot squires. And look at the swords on these guys. These guys are pretty tough. It's pretty neat. I got my own sword here. I'm not a foot squire. It's too big to even get out of the sheath. You know, you get a good sword like this, and you're just ready to go. So I'm ready to join battle here. If push comes to shove, I'm not sure how many whacks my monitor will take, but we'll give it a try. Anyways, sheath this thing before we hurt somebody. Alright. Well, let's jump into the battle. Start deployment. That's a big, scary army. He doesn't have... Well, he's got these chariots.
Spearmen at
So
arms!
we're gonna pull the spearmen at arms over, and or rather the spear infantry.
Ready for
Let's pull them
battle!
over here.
Squires! We
Let's
serve
try
our
to
liege!
mix these guys up a little bit, just so that they can try to draw
Ready
each
for
other's strength.
battle!
And let's redo the line there. Spread it out a bit.
We serve our liege! Arrows ready!
Alright. Here we go. Now, just in case they get behind us, I'm gonna put those guys there. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what they do. We'll be reactionary in this battle.
Spearmen at arms! Today!
Opening up something here. I'd say that was a really poor way to use that spell, because if they'd gone this way,
Men of BETAnnia!
yeah, they could have really done some
Peasant
damage.
woman!
Skin wolves are attacking
For the
me.
lady!
Sorceress!
Archers, aye!
And our archers are doing a decent job at pulling these javelins. Let's keep on working there.
Spearmen at arms!
See if we can get a little bit of a surround going on here.
Priestess of the Lady!
Wow, they are shooting through.
Withdraw!
In her service!
Withdraw!
Already gotten attacked there. Let's
Ready to
focus
loot.
in.
Get out of here!
Yeah, our infantry is just melting.
Get out of here!
And there's not much you can do there.
Spearmen at arms! Attack!
Infantry
Priestess
for
of the
Bretonnia just
Lady.
has such
Leg it!
poor leadership.
Your wings are rising! Blood these lies!
See the
Really needed here were some errantry knights, maybe,
Withdraw!
or knights errant rather.
Die, fiends!
But at this point,
God help
I'm afraid the
us!
battle is over. So we'll just
Withdraw!
Well, that's why you're here, to see some pro battles like that one. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can see more ways to lose inferior battles in the future. Decisive defeat. It's just pretty disappointing there. We only got 200 kills, which is not enough. Let's hope that they raid, pillage, do their Viking thing, and run back to their longboats and push off instead of actually conquering Lingi. Because we will definitely be in trouble if they decide to do that. It's a decisive defeat there. We lost everything. And they've decided to take up residence. Which, you know, that's a very un-Viking thing to do. So Pyrrhic victory predicted here for the battle against Ugrak Kraktooth. I think that we can win that one, but that battle may take a little while, and we're coming up in the end of the stream here. We've got about 10 minutes left. So let's go ahead and get a quick save on that battle. Let's go ahead and save the campaign here. And we will exit to the menu. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you. We're 15 turns into our campaign, so if you've missed the stream, then you can still jump in on the second stream that we'll be playing the BETAnnia campaign. Hopefully we can revenge the loss of Anguille, take that town back, and keep the pressure on as we try to unite BETAnnia and test out whether the beta update can save the BETAnnian faction. Maybe once we get some cav, we will be able to do that. But until then, I am G-Man. This is my G-Man Gaming. Thanks for watching this stream tonight. And all you gamers out there in the streaming universe, have a good night. It's G-Man signing off.